Hey bitches, it's Layla. I have 30 minutes to get ready, which means I have 25 minutes to get ready, which means I have 20 minutes, which means I really have 15. Let's do this. We're doing sexy, sultry look today. Pretty simple. Don't want to do anything too crazy, which is weird for me. Not doing anything crazy is crazy for me. We have the sexy straight brows. We have the base done with our sunscreen, of course. And now we're going to add some red blush because I am back on my red blush game. Oh! So an $80 eyeshadow palette just fell to the ground, which is awesome. Let's see if it broke. It didn't. Hey! Really $70, but it's probably $80 by now in terms of, you know, inflation. Also, I found my setting powder. Isn't that exciting? So, red blush. I did this yesterday. Hi, by the way. How are we doing? I am doing good. I actually woke up an hour early. I wasn't gonna do makeup today. Like, I always want to do makeup for work, but I'm always just fucking tired. And especially after working like, what, 7 days in a row, I like literally slept. Yesterday was my day off. I slept the night before for 10 hours, you guys. I didn't even take my sleeping meds. I haven't been taking them lately, and I still sleep like 8 hours, which would be good if it wasn't like definitely because I'm like physically exhausted, which is not like ideal conditions for sleeping well, you know? But we work with it. If you've been watching my channel, which I hope you have, you know that I've been using red blush. I used red blush yesterday, and I really liked the way it looked. It definitely was like really in your face and sunburnt. It's actually funny that I'm like, oh, we're doing something simple, and then I'm using red blush. That's obviously not gonna look super simple, but I still love it. Anyways, I woke up and I was gonna just wake up, like roll out of bed at like 8:30 because I have to leave at 8:54. I was gonna roll out of bed, and it's like 8:27 right now. I was gonna roll out of bed basically now and then be like, and just get up and go. But I woke up really needing to pee at like 7:30, as one does. And yesterday I DoorDashed Better Buzz coffee. What are we doing next? We're doing bronzer. I DoorDashed Better Buzz coffee, and it was just like a large one. And I'm never one to be like, oh, it's too much, but I actually didn't eat that much last night. So I ended up putting it in the fridge, and it held really well overnight. Better Buzz is so good, you guys. I had the hazelnut divinity, the iced hazelnut divinity with blueberry ube cold foam, and I never taste the ube in it, but god, do I taste the blueberry. It's so yummy and creamy. It's like, I love Dutch Bros, and technically we have Dutch Bros in California, but it's in fucking Fresno, and also like Lake Elsinore, which is like an hour drive from where I am. So it's like, basically it's not here, and it's very much a PNW company, but I love how creamy their drinks are. Y'all are overstimulated probably by how fast I'm talking, but it's okay. I wanted to do like a half hour get ready with me today, but it wasn't in the cards. Where's my bronzer? There it is. So I just did a little of my e.l.f. putty bronzer like I did yesterday. I just like the way it looks. I don't know how to put it. I just really love having bronzer like on my cheeks and my nose. It's like less of a contoury thing for me, because some people like to use like bronzer to contour. I just like the sun-kissed look, and I think it is kind of slimming though, I will say. So adding that. But yeah, I had like half of the coffee left, and as you can tell, it's working. And I just was like, you know what? I want to wear makeup today. I haven't been wearing makeup to work lately just because, again, I've been rolling out of bed. But I like to remind people that I can be hot instead of just cute. So yeah, bronzer done. She's finished. She's done for you guys. Now we're doing contour with, of course, the Sephora collection contour. Yeah, now I'm finally calming down. Isn't that beautiful? Because red blush, even though it's like pretty intense, and I'm definitely doing it intensely on my fair ass skin, it's a Victoria's Secret makeup hack. Like, I know that Victoria's Secret's makeup artist said that they used that and stuff because it's like a healthy flush. And I don't know, like, I think it really works on me. I think it's really sexy. Obviously, I do it to like a little bolder extent, but that's partially because I'm using a cream product instead of like be a powder or something, or like even like an actual cream red blush instead of like a lipstick. But if you go on my Instagram, it looks good. I really like it. So that's done. Maybe I'll add, I'm almost tempted to add a little bit of orange blush, but I don't want to look Republican. So there's enough bronzer happening here. I'm going to do my freckles now. And yesterday the freckles worked. I don't know if they work today. I guess I'm just gonna have to see. I haven't done my nose contour yet. I hope this is like at least entertaining content. Y'all are like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. I only work 4 hours today. I work 8 hours tomorrow, which is crazy. I picked it up. I literally was supposed to have a day off tomorrow, and then I checked my bank account statements and like my upcoming like bills and my credit card balances, and I was like, if I'm gonna spend like I am, I have to work harder. And it's a really difficult balance. It's hard not to be in like the hamster wheel of capitalism where you work more and so you spend more so you work more, but it's also like you work more because everything's more expensive anyway, so either way you're working more, you know. Now I'm doing my freckles. Yeah, I'm definitely hyped up on caffeine. Whatever, I mean, it's like better buzz. Like I'm definitely buzzing, which is nice. I don't know what it is about freckles, man. Like, they really make everything look better. I used to have really pronounced freckles on my face. Oh, so fun. I looked so good. And I always liked, when I'm drawing too, I like to add freckles to give like texture to skin. I think that's part of what makes it look so good. And it also, even though you're clearly wearing makeup, it kind of gives an illusion that like, oh, that's just my skin. I just have like sculpted cheeks because look at my freckles. I'm not wearing makeup, I have freckles, you know? It's just that texture. It's so fun and sexy. Texture is a really important part of makeup, you know? Adding more to my nose, it's a little easier to add to my nose anyways. They look probably kind of weird, but once I add powder and stuff, it won't look as bad. And I still think it looks fun and cool. Okay. Okay. So now I'm gonna do a little bit of, definitely need to set my under eyes. We're gonna use the Patrick, I always call it Patrick Star, but it's One Size Beauty setting powder, wherever I put it. I actually don't know where I put it, but it's gotta be somewhere. Because it exists. I'm like, it's gotta be somewhere, like no shit. It literally is like a thing that exists in my life. Of course it has to be somewhere. But I actually don't know. Oh, there it is. I think I've talked about this, but I really want the Huda Beauty Ube setting powder, but I don't think with my current like projections of like how much money I need to have on each paycheck to be up to date with my bills, it's already a tight squeeze. So, and you're like, but you got DoorDash yesterday. Shut up. Shut up. It's a fine line between what I need to do to afford the future and what I need to do to tolerate today, you know? It's a real fine line. I know Essence has, ooh, okay, there's even more powder here. Oh yeah, I'm using this, I like that. I know Essence has like a try setting powder thing, which is kind of intriguing. It's like a $6, but it's $6 for 8 grams, whereas this is like, how many grams are in here? I don't even know, like probably 30 grams or maybe even 40 grams for like 40 bucks. So it's like, I don't know, like, even though it's cheaper for Essence, it's also like way less product. So I don't know. It's so weird that I didn't use my blush brush today, or I didn't even use it yesterday. Also gonna take this, now that I found this translucent setting powder. Yesterday I couldn't find it, but it was just fallen in the cracks, of course it was. I'm gonna use that around here. Use that under my nose too, and to carve my nose. And also right here where my forehead is. Right here where my forehead is, yeah, as if you can't see. And then actually I'm seeing that my bronzer slightly covered up the red on this cheek. It looks a little muddy, so I'm gonna take a little bit more of the red. I'm gonna be really careful. Barney's gonna be really careful. And I'm gonna dot it, oh, okay, like that. And even a little, again, on my nose, because, oh, okay. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Oh my god, it looks like I just made out with Elmo. Oh. I almost said sorry, Miss Piggy. That is the wrong franchise. Wrong franchise. Okay, it's okay. That's fine. I'm gonna look sunburned. I don't mind. As long as I'm not actually sunburned. Jeez. Let me just check the time real quick. Okay, we are on par with what I thought the time was, which is a great thing. I have to leave in 20 minutes, but I still have to like put on my clothes and stuff and then brush my teeth and then walk around like this, not knowing where something is. So we are making good time though. I'm gonna take my, I'm gonna take this brush. I'm always so like antsy about using my Fenty powder because it's so expensive, but there's like a shit ton of product, and even with like cheap stuff, like I've used it religiously and it hasn't gone down much. So I literally like lost a Wet n Wild highlight that was like years old that I use a lot that wasn't even anywhere near going down, so it's like whatever. And I try to tell myself like by the time this is used up, I'll be rich, so it won't even matter. La 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 la. But I'm trying to get as much on the brush as I can because I don't want to dip back in, because I don't want to get this bronze and stuff. I mean, already this is gonna inevitably happen, you know, when you're using a very pale product, but I just don't want it to like, you know, enable it. So yeah, and now I can finally use this setting spray that doesn't feel like anything's happening unless I do it 100 times. Maybe y'all can see. You can hear like how fine that mist is. I didn't prime my eyes, whatever. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna sneeze. I sneezed. Yeah. That was a really like foreseeable consequence of spraying my face that much, but it was what I needed to do. So a while ago I did like a Megan Fox makeup look. I don't know if I even posted that on here. I don't think I did, but I did it and it looked really, and I mean a while ago, like back when I was living like 2 houses ago. Short ass hair, like October of a few years ago. Maybe not last October, the October before last. Not a great time in my life. So I definitely feel like the powder kind of covered up my freckles. So we're gonna do a little more freckling, and then by that time hopefully the primer will be set. I definitely need more freckle happening. I think the powder did what it needed to do. I'm glad that I powdered, but I definitely need to add a little more frecklage now, especially on my nose, my schnoz. I was like, what's the word? Schnoz. Nutties. Yeah, I'm coming back to life. Da, 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 da. It's weird because I definitely want to be a pop star, but I feel like more and more if I became a pop star right now, I'd be a pop star in the apocalypse, which is very thematic with my music, but not ideal. It's like everything's like actually crazy, and if you think things aren't crazy, you're wrong, or you're so seriously benefiting from the craziness, or you think you're gonna be benefiting from the craziness. Yeah, this is good. Now we're going to do the eye look. I don't have a lot of time for the eye look, but I don't need a lot of time for the eye look. It's actually going pretty basic. All right, which is weird. I'm not like usually into basic makeup, but taking the shade Opart. It's not actually called Opart. Sorry, I keep forgetting that I switch around these colors. It's actually the shade Mod from this palette. Letitia Denorna. And that's this really great like cream colored base, I guess. I almost said beige, but beige is like way tanner than this. This is like real pale. It's definitely like a cream, like the inside of an almond kind of color. Then I'm gonna take cool toned brown. I'm gonna dip into this shade called Amara. I think it actually still is called Amara. And it's like this one right here. It's warm tone, so I want to be careful with it, but It is like the kind of look that the kind of color that I saw in Megan Fox's makeup. And a little bit of warmth is fine. I take this Go-Go shade. It's like this like lighter peachy terracotta. Add that on like the outer V, like above the crease, like there. And it's all subtle because it needs to be subtle, because otherwise I'll look crazy. Adding a little more of a Mara though. Then I'm going to take this shade called Vivienne. It's this really light peachy shade. I'm going to blend out with this. Add even more Amara. Now it's really picking up. I think there was a little bit of hard pan on top. Gonna add more Amara. And since that's a warm shade, I'm going to temper it with this shade called Opart. This is actually called Opart. This dark brown shade, just gonna deepen it. Then I'm gonna blend out with Go-Go again. And then that's that Vivienne shade, that lighter Vivienne shade. Then I'm gonna go with a shadow that I have over there. Okay. I have like so many things in my room. Okay, I have to leave in like 15 minutes, which is not that bad. But I need to check the bus times again, because sometimes the bus is like, actually JK, we're like 10 minutes early. And it's like, oh, that's not the shadow I thought it was. Maybe the shadow is here then, I just didn't see it. I'm looking for my Moon Dust shadow, but okay, there it is, I see it. Urban Decay Moon Dust. Going to take it on this finger. I'm gonna put it on my lid. So beautiful. I think it's getting a little smoked, so I'm gonna swatch this brush on the back of my hand to make sure there's no powder on it, or like not really much pigment. Taking Opart, or not Opart, Go-Go, Mod again, and I'm just blending out. If you ever smoke out too much into here, just take like a shade that's close to your skin tone or something, and just blend it out. That's the way. And then I also took a little bit of the Moon Dust shadow, and I put it on my nose. I'm also gonna take this ColourPop pencil, if it's here, or maybe it's in this other bag. Yeah, it's like the shadow stick. It's slightly shimmery, so I'm gonna put it on the inner corner for a little pop of something. I'm really trying not to do pop of color, because that's actually challenging for me to not add like color and stuff. Making sure there's no pigment on this smoky brush. Getting this palette out, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of this, a little bit of this berry-ish shade. I really don't want to go too like berry-ish, but pack that underneath my outer V. Then I'm adding the Amara shade, again, that like terracotta-y color. And then I'm taking Vivienne and I'm blending it out, and also going into the inner corner with Vivienne. It's gonna soften it. I'm also going to take a little bit on my pinky of Moon Dust shadow and put it underneath my eyes, like where my
my pupil and my iris are. And then again, taking the excess and putting it on my nose, because why the fuck not?
I'm gonna do my eyes and then.
Hey guys, I still need to do my lips, but here's me. You'll see my lips in a sec. I'm about to be 5 minutes early to the bus stop, like I'm basically right here. And I do kind of wish that I grabbed my LA Girl setting spray. It's like a little mini one, and it's like, it feels so good and like dewy. But it's okay. We're early to the bus. That's ideal. And now let's do the lips. So I had to grab a few products before I left. I couldn't find the lip that I really wanted to do, which is Kinda Sexy by MAC. And I also couldn't grab the lip liner in time that I wanted to use, which is Sweater Weather by Kylie Cosmetics. But I did grab some fun options, so let's do it. It is Whirl by MAC. Kinda Sexy for its peachiness, but I do have this Para Ink Velvet in the shade 5. I love this formula, but I don't think I'm going to use it to its full velvety opacity just because it's a little too strong for what I want to do. Thanks for watching.